Hi there, I just wanted to share with you a quick trick in relationship with the last tutorial. So in the last tutorial we have defined the mean, the standard deviation, and the median value for all years in the stock market from the file S&P 500 market data. The file looks like this. So now suppose I wanted to compute all the variables year by year. All I have to do is defining a function for each variable. I can do something like this to define a function called mean that has as a variable the year I wanted to compute the mean for. And inside this function, I'm going to call the same syntax I used to compute my mean value with a little twist. So let me copy and paste the command I used to compute the mean. And now let's include the year variable somewhere here. So I want the number one column to be the year. And of course, I have to define a year like a variable for the function mean. I can use something like this. So you can see that here I defined the function mean, which has only one variable, which is the year. This variable is the input to the awk command, and the awk command uses this variable to compute the mean. And of course, I can do the same for my standard deviation and for my median. It will look something like this. And lastly, for the median variable, I will create the median function. And now, if I want, for example, to compute the mean at the year 1993, I only have to type it like this. If I want the standard deviation of the year 2003, I only have to do something like this. If I want to compute the median at the year 963, I only have to do it like this. Now you can see that I have all three values. Let's define now the skew function the same way we have defined all these functions. So I just have to call the mean function inside the variable m, and for s, I will give it the output of the standard deviation. And for the median, I'm going to create the variable me that will get the output of the median function. And finally, I only have to do what I did to compute the skew lastly. Now I defined my function skew that will take a year as input and give me the skewness of the data for the year I give. For example, if I want to compute the skewness at the year 983, I can do it like this. Now I can compute my skewness for all the years. And lastly, I wanted to show you how we can do all the years. So for that, we are going to loop over the sequence of numbers. We will use the loop for that. So I will create the sequence from the year 950 until the year 2020. And for every variable, I'm going to call the function skew, and they give it in input the year f. Basically, the variable f stores all numbers from the year 950, 951, 952 until the year 2020. If I want to show you what that looks like, let me print you the content of the variable f. As you can see here, the variable f is a counter from the year 950 until the year 2020. Now, if I call the function skew created before for the year $f, I can compute the skewness for all the years. The computation is done. Of course, there are some errors because if the standard deviation is close to 0, division by 0 is not allowed. But you can see that I can generate a lot of computation in less than a second. And I can do this, of course, for the mean value for all years. And of course, I can do this for the standard deviation for all years. Now you can see here that I computed the standard deviation for all years. And I can do, finally, the median function also. It would be interesting to see that too. And to amuse ourselves more, let's do something like this. So here, I wanted to show the year, and next to it, I want to compute the median value of that year. Here you can see that for each year, I have the correspondent median value. And of course, I can do this for all other variables, like the mean and the standard deviation. Here you can see that what I printed here is for each year, I have the median value, the mean value, and the standard deviation value. And if I redirect this to a file, you can see that with less than 3 commands, I can generate a complex file with complex data that will help me in my job. You can imagine these operations to be done for engineers, for managers, and for more. These commands are very powerful and can do a lot of good stuff that we are going to say during the next trainings. So if you like the power of the command line and you want to learn more, I've prepared a very comprehensive series about Linux that you can follow step by step, and it will be designed only for you, for your needs, and for your goal. Whatever your level, your domain, engineer, or manager, or trainee, whatever you are, or just curious and want to learn more, don't hesitate to contact us. Hope you are doing good and see you soon.